Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Summer is nearly over and we all kind of need to get back into the university or the school or the work routine, and it's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to give you some tips to help you do that as smoothly and efficiently as possible. So my first tip is that obviously you need to reset your sleeping pattern. For most of us, including myself, and I'm actually quite a morning person and I get up quite early at uni, we just lie in the summer holidays, go to bed late. It doesn't really matter because there's not a whole lot you need to do during the day. But this is not good for going back to school or uni, because you're going to have to be getting up at 7, 8 o'clock, and you're going to have to compensate for that by getting an earlier night's sleep. And the best way you can deal with this is if you gradually ease yourself into it over the next few days. So over those few days when I'm sort of settling in and the weekend, I'm going to try and reset my sleeping pattern so I'm getting up a bit earlier each day and going to bed a bit earlier each day, and then it won't be such a shock when I have to get up for my first lecture. Although at uni your lectures might not even be in the morning, so it might not be so much of a problem, but for those going back to school or for people that have 9 a.m.s quite regularly, you're going to need to reset that sleeping pattern, and it's easier if you get a head start and do it before the first day when you have to wake up at 8 a.m. My second tip is, there's a plane flying overhead. Okay, so the second thing I like to do is that I like to make some ground rules at the start of each academic year. Now, I'm not saying you're going to stick to these for the whole year, but it's good to go into the new academic year with a very disciplined mindset. And I don't just mean rules like, I need to study for 10 hours a day, I need to do my homework the hour after I get it. I just mean setting some general life rules so that you don't spiral into that, you know, getting things done at the last minute or staying up really late at night to finish work. One of the rules I'm setting myself this year is that I want to stop work at 9 p.m. So whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing reading or some coursework, I'm going to stop at 9 and I'm going to take that next hour to just relax, watch TV and chill out, because I think I always go into uni with that mindset of, oh, I'll just stop work at 9, and then it gets to 9:30 and I think, oh, I'll just finish this bit of reading or I'll just finish making these notes, and then it becomes 10 o'clock and then I think, oh, I'm so nearly done, I might as well just finish now, and then before I know it, it's 11 o'clock and I haven't even got ready for bed yet. And if I'm getting up at 7:30 the next morning, it's too late for me to be getting to sleep at midnight, because I just don't have a restful night's sleep, and it means I don't actually have a nice time in the evening to relax and have some downtime for myself. So I'm really going to be strict with myself, at least for the beginning of this year. It probably won't last, that I'm just not going to work past 9 p.m. And there's other rules like that you can make. So maybe it's that you want to get up an hour before your lecture rather than half an hour before your lecture, so you get that extra half an hour to do some work in the morning. Or maybe it's that you want to set yourself a goal that you're not going to miss any lectures this year. Whatever your ground rules or goals that you want to make for the academic year, make them now and do your best to follow them, stick with them for as long as possible. My third tip is to work out a routine. I would normally do this based on my timetable, but often with medicine my timetable changes week on week, so it's not really like, oh, every Monday I'm going to finish at this time and every Tuesday I'm going to have to get up at this time. Mine's very variable, and actually this year we don't even have a timetable yet, so don't know what's going on. But I'd say if you have a set timetable, it's really good to plan around that timetable of how you're going to spend the rest of your time. And by this I don't mean making a revision plan or some kind of study plan, because you're not going to know what the workload's going to be, you're not going to know the deadlines you've got and things like that. I mean setting some time aside every day or at certain points in the week where you're going to focus on things like exercise or having some downtime. So I work this around extracurricular activities. So at uni, any of the clubs or societies I go to. So I will work out when the training sessions are or when the rehearsals are going to be for whatever club or society it is, and then make sure that that time every week I know that I'm going to be at that club, because otherwise, again, you could spiral into this sort of feeling of, oh, I might just miss the training tonight because I need to get this work done or because I can't be bothered, and then the next week you think, oh, I'm not feeling too great, I might just miss it again, and then the next week something else is on and you miss it again. And so instead of that, it's good to make it a habit at the beginning of your new academic year. So you say, every Monday I'm going to this particular club at 7 o'clock and nothing's going to stop me. And obviously I'm not saying if you're ill, like, you have to still go, or if you really, really can't go, but I just mean not getting into the habit of making excuses for yourself and just saying, oh, I'll go next week, and then not going the next week. So if you make a kind of routine for yourself, I think it really helps to keep your life at school or uni very balanced and well-rounded. So my fourth tip is to get a new diary, or use the diary you already have, and put things in there. So this is mine from last year. I can carry on using it till December because obviously it's 2019, and I was quite sloppy with using my diary. I'd often just not really write things in when I found out about them, and then it would come closer to the date and I'd completely forget what day I was doing certain things or places I had to be. So I would suggest, as you go into the academic year, to have this with you, and as things pop up, just put them straight in your diary. Even if you don't know if you're going to go to them or not, just put them in your diary and then you know when they are. And you can even do this before you start uni or school. Any dates that you know are going to need your attendance, put them in. And I don't just mean academic things, I mean social occasions and any deadlines for any kind of academic work, or any deadlines for more admin type tasks. Just make sure they're all in here so they don't all catch up with you later down the line and stress you out. And finally, one of the tasks that I actually quite enjoy before going back to school or uni is to get all my stationery and all my folders and everything all ready, so when I start uni and I start getting worksheets or start having notes, I can just put them straight into a folder and I'm not faffing around trying to find somewhere to put them. I get a new to-do list as well. You could just use a notebook or plain paper, but I like to use a to-do list. As soon as uni starts, I'll be using this for all my work and all my kind of admin things I need to do, and just general everyday tasks like going food shopping and washing and things like that. I'll put them all in there. So yeah, I hope this video was a bit helpful for you, and whether you're starting school or uni or whatever it is, I hope you have a great start to the new academic year. And I think the new academic year is actually really exciting. It's a whole new year of learning, of getting closer to your goal of finishing your degree or finishing your A-levels, or getting closer to the career that you want to have. So I'm very excited for it. And yeah, the next video will probably be from university, so I will see you when I'm all moved in Nottingham and about to start my 3rd year of medicine. Bye and have a great day.